Hello everyone, it's Vivian here. If you have been following my videos at Viform Minds, by now you'll have known that we're doing a series, kind of like we've been making crinoline petals and roses. So I promised that I'll do a video of how we could combine the petals and roses together to form a gorgeous headpiece. So here it is. I have the already made crinoline petals and roses. So if you don't know how this was done, you can check my previous videos and get their tutorials. Then I have a black, I want to do a black and white combination. I have a black crinoline here. I have a cream colored feather. I'm not too sure if I want to use this yet, but we might be using it. Then I have my flower, cream colored flower. I have my Alice band. I have my thread, the black thread and the white thread, cream thread. I have gum. We're using UHU gum today. I won't be using a hot gum. I have my scissors and I have my stay. Okay, so let's get started. Now the base I want to use, I will just keep forming the base until I get the desired size that I want. Okay, so this is my thread and my needle. So I'll go ahead and do a running stitch. Of course, remember from all the videos the tutorial videos, you would know that you need to knot this end first. Okay, so that's what I just did. So now I'll do a running stitch until I get the desired length or desired size of base that I want. So just keep watching while I do this. Now I want to change my mind concerning the base. I don't want this base anymore. Yeah, it's like that sometimes. So if you look at these two edges, you will see that this side looks kind of rough compared to this part. So this part will be our front and this will be our back. Do you understand? So I'll just do a running stitch. It will be more like you're pleating. Okay, can you see what I'm doing? Put it in, bring it out, put it in, bring it out. So I'll keep doing this until I get the desired base size that I want. So I'm actually gradually forming a base. I don't think I want it too large, but let me see. Let me do one more. So you keep doing this. When you get the desired size that you want, size of your base, is this size okay? No, I need more. So I'll do some more running stitches. This is what I want. So now when you get the desired size of base that you want, you now have to cut very close to it. You can give about 1 inch distance. Just cut. Remember, when you cut, you have to fasten that end so that it doesn't pull. So I'll be using my black thread. To fasten this other end, so I'll go ahead and tie. You tie. When you feel it's fastened enough, you cut it off, cut off the excess thread. Okay, so now you have to finish up your running stitch to this part that you fastened, the end of your work. Okay, so I'll continue. So I've gotten to the end now. So I want you to watch closely what I will do. I might not be able to capture it perfectly in words, but I'm sure if you pay attention, if you watch closely, you will understand. Can you see what I did? Can you see our base? I just brought the two ends together, so I want to stitch them together. So that we would have like a center. Okay, let me turn it this way so that you'll see what I'm doing. Can you see? Trying to put them together. Can you see what I'm doing? There's something lovely about your crinoline. Crinoline is usually quite flexible. You can get the shape most times of what you want easily without much stress. So I'm just trying to fasten the center. Okay, once I'm done with that, I'll cut it off. I'll cut off the excess thread. So I'm done. These are beads. So I'll just cut it off now, and then I'll tie. So I'll just tie and then find a way to put in the petals and the crinoline. You can tie as many times as you want, so far as it comes out strong. And that's what you get at V-Former Minds. We create our fascinators with so much passion, with so much carefulness, and we use durable materials. We give it our best such that you stand out when you wear them. So next, what we'll do is to start attaching our petals and roses. These are petal. Can you see? This is a rose. This is a petal. Now I made them in various sizes. That was what I wanted. I made some bigger than some. If you want your rose to form more, to have more layers, you have to make sure it's the length you're using is longer. Okay, this is also a rose, but this is like the smallest size. Here is a rose, so like that is a rose too. Is a petal, is a petal. Okay, now I can decide to put this petal, this smaller petal, into this bigger one, so that it gives me another design. Comes out like this, or I can decide to put them separately. But basically what I want us to do okay, so attach the petals here and the roses, put them into these openings, sew them into the openings like this, like this, like this. Do you understand? So that's what we'll be doing. See, so watch me as I fasten this, as I do it. I would prefer to use a white thread here. In this case, or a cream thread, whichever. Should we do black? Let's do black, since our base is black, and then we'll try and make sure it does not really show on our cream petals and roses. So let's use our black in here. I like my thread very long, especially when I know I have a lot of work to do with the thread. So this is my thread, my needle. Okay. It seems I'm not seeing this eye of the needle well. Anyways, it has entered. Oops. I'll just fix in the petals and roses into these openings, okay? And then I'll fasten them onto my base with my needle and thread, okay? While sewing this, you need to do it carefully. Make sure it's neat. You don't want a rough work. Can you see what I'm doing? I'm just sewing it onto my base. Can you see? You keep doing it until you're very sure that, let me cut off this excess cream thread. So you keep sewing it onto your base until you're very sure that it is strong enough. So I'll still have to pass this through this place. I want it to lie down, so I'll sew it in a special way. I'll attach this part here so it holds it down. Can you see? So can you see? So this is how you attach it. You attach all of them. So I'll pick the next one. If I want, I'll put it on just two sides this way. Okay. Well, let me go around. So the same way I fastened this one, the same thing is the same thing that I will do here, okay? So I'm done putting them all around. Now I want this to come out more beautiful and as neat as possible. So I'll just cover up the center with my flower. I won't be using the feather anymore. So I'll just put in my flower at the center and then sew it onto the center, okay? So we'll do just that now. Make sure your stitches are as neat as possible. You see what I'm doing? Okay. While sewing, remember to look at the angles your threads are moving, or how they are moving, their movement pattern and all, so that it does not hook and then you think you're done sewing, only for you to discover a problem somewhere with your thread. Okay. Can you see what I'm doing? So I'm done with making my center neat. Can you see how neat it is? Okay, so the next thing I want to do is to put my Alice band. I'll attach my Alice band. Okay, once I attach my Alice band, then I'll cover it up with my stay. So I'm attaching the band now. Usually I sew at Reformer Minds, we sew our Alice band onto the Fascinator. We don't use gum like most people do. Can you see what I'm doing? This is the back of our Fascinator. We'll still cover it up. So we're trying to sew our Alice band onto our Fascinator. see what I'm doing. So once you feel it's firm enough, you cut. And then you tie. Tie firmly. Then you cut off the excess thread. The next thing you would do is to attach your stay. Okay, so we'll attach our stay to cover up where we sewed, and of course the Alice band too. So we'll just put in our stay here, and then your fascinator is ready. Okay, so I'll be using Uhu gum, the UHU gum. I'll just apply it and then gum it, attach it to it. Can you see? So our fascinator is ready. Woohoo! Thank you for watching. Practice. Let me see. Thank you.